Tattoo artists, what pieces are you tired of doing? Nautical sleeves. I'm from an island, and fuck is it brutal trying to make it unique when every fifth person has one. Anchors, compasses, maps, etc. Feathers and pocket watches are close seconds. I'm just gonna get I'm unique tattooed on my neck. Fucking crowns, OMG do I fucking hate crowns. With that being said, I did one tonight. My husband has a matching crown tattoo with his ex-wife. I find it hilarious as it was her idea, and then she left him 6 months later. His surname is King, and he has a few tattoos, so it doesn't bother him all that much. However, it's her one and only tattoo and obviously no longer her surname. After they broke up, he asked her what she was going to do about it. She replied by saying, "I'm leaving it alone to remind me that I deserve to be treated like a princess." Hilarious and amazingly cliche. It's an anchor to symbolize I can't be held down. I always thought that was an odd one. Isn't that exactly what an anchor does? It holds you down, lol. Late to the party, and my first tattoo was a tramp stamp on my 21st birthday, but one of the things my 2004 tattooist told me was that he was doing at least one Godsmacks on a day, a design from whatever album they had out at the time, and as I was sitting there getting tatted, a dude walks in asking for that exact thing. I busted out laughing, but my guy was professional. He told him he would do it, but that he would feel more comfortable doing something more custom. The guy didn't sway, though, and after I finished up, dude got himself a Godsmack tattoo. Edit, a word edit too. I wasn't laughing at the Godsmack tattoo. I'm not judging anyone with Godsmack tattoos. I was laughing at the coincidence of the situation of the artist telling me the story about doing that particular image so often, and witnessing supporting evidence of his story within an hour. It was a real coinkydink. Also, we all do dumb shit when we are young, regardless of whether it's getting a trendy tattoo, falling in love with someone we shouldn't, or chasing a pipe dream. These are rites of passage. Clocks. Especially those assholes that go back and forth between the laser shop and the tattoo shop to get the time updated. Not me, but my sister. It's not a specific thing, but she hates when people want tattoos with too many ideas in it, and by that I mean, for example, a Lord of the Rings character holding a lightsaber while fighting a Dementor on a Velociraptor with a banner that says "Clever Girl." Or like Minnie Mouse holding a football team's logo in front of her while also being within a pink cancer ribbon, but wanting the image too small. Small enough that it wouldn't even look good with how much detail it would need. Edit, the first idea wasn't supposed to be cool, I just came up with it on the spot as an example. Edit 2, I realize my first example wasn't that good of one, because, well, I drew it. Edit 3, thank you all. I worked as a shop manager for a little bit. My boss / the head artist was getting super burnt out on big cats, specifically lions, wearing crowns. In about a month, he'd done 5 realistic lions and a panther wearing crowns on dudes who wanted to feel like kings. I had to start politely turning them down when people called to inquire about them. Sorry, Ian's not really interested in doing more big cats this month. I'm sorry, we are fresh out of cats with crowns. Might I interest you in a pocket watch or an infinity loop? I have a couple chemistry tattoos and my artist made a comment about girls getting dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin with the word happiness. Seemed like he might have done a few too many. I'm an apprentice right now, but practically all of the artists in my shop have agreed on a few things. Infinity symbols, especially with words, anchors, birds, feathers that turn into bads. However, that being said, my mentor followed that up with, but that's your job security. You'll always have girls coming in for the most basic tattoos, and no matter how tired you get of them, they'll pay your bills. Edit, I definitely didn't expect this to blow up like it has. Thanks guys, but to everyone who's sad seeing their design / tattoo mentioned, tattoos are meant for you more than other people. It's your skin. If you like it, and you're happy with it, then everyone else can buzz off. 10. You catered to artist. Okay, pocket watches with roses surrounding them have started to die out bit 1 or 2 years ago. My god, they were fucking rife. The worst part is, when the customer says they want one, they follow with, "I've got an idea to make it special and unique to me." And I'd say, "You Want the time your baby was born, don't you? OMG. How did you know? This year it has definitely moved on to lions, tigers etc wearing crowns. It's always the guys that have to check with their lass if the design is okay before they start to. Like mentioned before, however, I'll take a pocket watch with a lion's face in the center, birds flying off it merging into an infinity symbol with each bird having its own individual birthstone of the family's lost cats over the years, then a smelly person. Asked my buddy. He said, if I have to do another goddamn Latin paragraph on a chick's ribs, I'm gonna shoot my brains out. Ironically, he was doing one on his GF at the time he told me. Lorem ipsum dulcet amat, consectetura deposing elit, sed dui asmod tempor incidident ut laboret dalor manor aliqua, art enim adminem veniam, quis nostrid exercitational am collaboris nisiat aliquip exia commodo consequit. Duis aut ira dulla in reprehenderid involutat velit es silum dalori u fugiat nulla periota, exceptus inter cicat cupiditat non proident, sunt in culpa qua fisher deserent mollit animid est laborum. I apprenticed in a shop, but had to move before I was able to start tattooing myself. What I noticed personally is the artists in the shop weren't necessarily tired of doing the same designs as the personality of people getting them. Such as, guy who thinks he has a crazy pain tolerance, but almost passes out, girl/guy who freaks himself out to the point of shaking/puking, and backs out at the last minute, and really anyone who could use attention to hygiene. The list goes on and on. Not an artist, but my friend told me what his artist said. My friend has a full sleeve that wraps around to his chest. It's all incredibly well done. He finished his sleeve by getting a tattoo of Virgin Mary on the inside of his bicep. It's done absurdly well. The guy who my friend goes to has some beyond comprehensible talent when it comes to making faces. He has a few other faces as part of his sleeve and they're all equally as amazing. After his appointment, my buddy told me that his artist told him that the Mary face was the final face he was ever going to tattoo, and he was done with them for good. According to my friend, this guy's talent for tattooing faces isn't a secret, and he gets tons of people requesting him for faces, mostly deceased loved ones or famous people. The guy is apparently so sick of only tattooing faces that he's out of the game. He wanted to focus more on patterns and animals. I'm not an artist so IDK what that's like, but if you're willing to give up tattooing something so well due to sheer volume of frequency, then it must be a lot. The only reason the artist did the face for my friend is because he did the rest of his sleeve and gets along really well with my friend, so he wanted to finish with a bang for a good customer. Not an artist, but as I was setting up my last appointment, my artist and I were talking at the front desk and the person at the reception at the desk took a call, said just a minute, and asks my artist, "Hey Kev, do you have time for a walk-in today?" He looks over and says maybe. What do they want? An infinity loop? Are they on hold? Yes. Fuck that. I'm so fucking sick of infinity loops. Tell them I'm busy. So I think infinity loops for Kev. Edit. Overwhelmed with the love, the comments and the questions. Thank you everyone. I love it how he checked to make sure they were on hold and wouldn't hear him before. My wife is a tattoo artist. She's not tired of doing anything, as long as the price is right and you're cool. You could be getting the sweetest tattoo ever, but if you can't sit still, bring 3 friends and 2 toddlers, and share way too much information about your personal life, that's a hard no. I can't imagine bringing a toddler to a tattoo parlor, especially if you're getting a big piece. That'll take hours and you're not going to be able to watch them. Just leave them with a babysitter. Plus I'd be paranoid the kid would distract or bump into the artist and fuck up the tattoo. Me scanning this thread looking for descriptions of my tattoos. As an Australian, I'm looking to see if any Aussie tattoo artists are sick of doing the Southern Cross yet. I guess I know the answer already anyway. Edit. Saw it after I posted this. Cheers, though, everyone. Went to a tattoo artist in Nautical once. He asked what I was thinking of doing. I said I want an outline of, and he just sighed and said, "Listen dude, I'm sorry but if I have to tattoo Pikes Peak one more time I'm gonna lose it." For the record, I was asking for a rat, and he apologized profusely, but I thought it was hilarious. I know 3 different coloradans with Pikes Peak tattoos. If I have to tattoo the entire Declaration of Independence on one more fat dude's back, I'm going to scream. I see a lot of people with the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows symbol. Overdone yet? Not until people decide they're done with HP, which will never happen, and they'll keep milking it for money. 20. First thing he could come up with after deciding to not ask for Pike's Peak. This would be awesome if true. He then spends his days telling this story to deal with the pain and embarrassment of getting a rad tattoo.